You gotta be kidding me.
We're going to give you a little Thursday Night Football preview before we wrap up here, and then we will be on our way. Where I was going to say where the game. Do you know? Is this game in LA or is this game in Minnesota? Do you know?
Ooh, uno momento.
Either way, it's
one
in a
my
dome,
memento, dude.
So that'll be fun. That'll be a
Once
good time.
my memento, please.
Once my mom enters
It
the
is in
conversation.
LA.
Okay, cool.
It is
So
here
Vikings
in town for
at
me.
Rams. Good stuff. Should be a fun one. Hopefully going to get Cooper Kupp back. That's what we're fingers crossed for, but we'll see. And yeah, going to be a fun time. Make sure you are listening here because we're going to give you some good insight. Must starts, risky starts, and don't starts. Must starts, guys, you got to have in that lineup. Okay, I'm going to take the layup here because I think some people may be questioning it, and we've gotten questions about it too, actually. If Cooper Kupp is healthy, get him. You have to put him in your lineup. Sorry, it's a layup. I'm taking it. But you can't worry about the re-injury. And here's the downside. Oh, my gosh. No, I already jinxed it by introing it. So here's the downside. Probably going to get re-injured anyways because that's how this season's going. So
probably going to get shot on the field.
Probably gonna pull a hereditary and just get decapitated. So that's gonna be fun. You got to start Cooper Kupp. Okay, can't worry about the re-injury. He's the dude. If he's out there, he's gonna be targeted a bunch. Just you got to have him out there. He's a must start.
I am also taking the layup because I knew you were going to say this, and I want to give complete confidence. You've been waiting long enough. 4th and short double down. You must start Cooper Kupp. And here's also the truth, and that there is no healthy wide receiver on your team that's better than a healthy Cooper Kupp. Plain and simple. And something that Noah said last year, which is that football is way more fun when Cooper Kupp is playing. And I can't wait for Thursday for that reason.
Yeah, it'd be fun to have something to be excited about come Thursday.
So it'd be fun to watch football and have fun this year.
Yeah,
okay?
It's cool to watch football not through my tears. Risky starts for Thursday night. Ready? Here we go.
Yep.
TJ Hockenson. Brock Bowers just feasted against this team. Now, Brock Bowers is very special. We all know that. But
yes,
TJ Hockenson could be a new stud here for Sam Darnold. It feels like the intermediate passing game has needed somebody, and I'm not sure Jalen Naylor is necessarily holding up here down the stretch. I think this is going to be interesting. He should be back in this game. I believe he will. It might just be a little too early to tell, but it's tight ends. So he's talented. He's awesome. They love him. If he's active, I wouldn't mind if you were considering it. So he's a bit of a risky start here. I lean towards just giving it a week to see. But if you wanted to roll him out, I've got a little sliver of confidence that he could be a bit of the guy that we know he is. So maybe a 5 for 50 kind of week, and maybe he gets in the end zone or something like that. So maybe some opportunities there.
That'd be nice. People have been patient for TJ Hockenson to come back, and I hope it pays off big time. He was tight end 10 on the year for me because I thought he would be able to work his way in the top 10, having some great games, and hopefully it starts this Thursday.
I mean, if he gets a couple 15-point games, he'll be tight end 4. So, I mean, you're good.
Already on the year. Yeah, him and Jonnu Smith, the best tight ends in fantasy this year. Here's my risky start. Good risk as well. Teammate, Jordan Addison. I think it's a good risk. Let's roll out Addison. I know he hasn't been that productive. I know he had an injury going into the year, and it was off and on, and it was kind of game time decisions, and then he hasn't really produced. But I think this is a great opportunity because the Rams, they allow some big numbers to wide receivers. Of course, that's likely going to be Justin Jefferson, but just a reminder of how the season has gone so far. Detroit, week 1, Jameson Williams broke the fantasy world. Week 2 against the Cardinals, Marvin Harrison broke the world in fantasy football. Week 3, San Francisco 49ers, Juwan Jennings broke the world with fantasy football. And then week 4, Caleb Williams threw multiple touchdowns. DJ Moore had 2 touchdowns as well. Packers had a great time against the Rams. They threw it to whoever they wanted to. Bye week for the Rams. And then last week, Brock Bowers broke the world with his fantasy stat line. Let's hope that Jordan Addison can get some of that pie that Justin Jefferson is going to dominate on the week. So there's my risky start. Jordan Addison, line him up. Have some fun.
What kind of pie do you think it is? Rhubarb?
Here in Shepherd's.
Chicken pot?
Yeah.
The dumbest we've ever been.
That is not true.
Yeah, that's very not true, actually. Here's my don't start any other Rams wide receiver. Is it Tyler Johnson? Is it Demarcus Robinson? Is it Tutu Atwell? It's sure as shit not Jordan Whittington. That's another. Oh my gosh, I'm a dude.
Nice,
I've never seen someone be the simultaneously on Sleeper be the most added player and the most dropped player at the same time. And it was Jordan Whittington this week. Unreal. Sleeper's like, oh, Cooper Kupp's out. Jordan Whittington, 14-point projection. Because guess what? He's been that guy. And then he goes out and plays 9 snaps. I'm fuming. Pissed. Anyway, any other Rams wide receiver, don't try and play the game. It's going to be Kupp and Kyron Williams. And there you go.
I'm in agreement. And my don't start is just Colby Parkinson. I'm just with you.
Yeah.
And part of it is I want it to be that way. Like I want it to be just Cooper Kupp.
I'm just going to will it to the distance. Yeah.
It has to be. And I know, and make him back to bite us because it just can happen. Like the one thing that we're like, yes, we're confident about is just like the thing that just doesn't happen because that's how it goes this year. Yeah. But I'm all about Cooper Kupp this week if he plays. Okay, there's your big asterisk for this. If he plays. If he doesn't play,
which he should.
Colby Parkinson's, he should. He was a game time decision for Sunday. So that is probably that's a very good sign. He's been practicing as well. Kupp's going to play. Don't start any other pass catchers except Kyron Williams, obviously.
Yeah. The quote from McVay, which I thought was really encouraging, especially for our fantasy football desires here, for why he didn't end up playing on Sunday was, for us, it's more about a return to performance than a return to play. So like they want him to be back and ready to take on the targets and take on the role that he was previously missing. So there you go.
Good.
That's it for Thursday Night Football preview. Russ, I just want to share one little thing with you real quick before we sign off here, just for fun. Have you kept up with how poorly Daniel Jones has been playing at home lately?
I have.
He has not scored. He has not scored at home in his last 6 home games. In his last 6 home games, he has not scored at home. There are 16 players that have scored at MetLife Stadium more recently than Daniel Jones has. Okay. By the way, just to add on to that, those are NHL players I was just speaking of, by the way. There are 16 NHL players who have scored at MetLife Stadium more recently than Daniel Jones has. The NHL each year does a few Stadium Series games where they host an outdoor hockey game and they put it onto a football field, into a football stadium. There are 16 hockey players who have scored more recently than Daniel Jones has at MetLife Stadium. This dude is cheeks. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, anyway, that was just one little last thing. I saw that on Twitter and I had to write that down. I had to go to my notes app and write that down because at the bottom of my notes just to make sure I fit that in somewhere.